Conversely, when the devil comes at you, maybe it's because you're trying to do something right.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming?
Katt Williams was right. All the deviants are getting exposed in 2024. And now Denzel Washington has joined Katt in sending a strong message to all young people aspiring to join the entertainment industry, warning them about something very sinister and dark lurking behind the scenes of glitz and glam. Denzel recently opened up about the interesting intersection of his Christian faith and his acting career. And it's not your turn-of-the-mill passive belief for Denzel. It's all about putting that faith to action, making moves, and embodying it in his day-to-day life. However, when you're a man of principles like Denzel, it's hard to be a part of an industry that many claim is satanic and evil. This is why Denzel is now trying to bring awareness to all the horrible things going on behind the scenes in Hollywood, including alleged ritualistic say and victimization of the most innocent.
Living in a society now where it's just first. Who cares? Get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy. We don't care if it's true. Just say it. Sell it. Anything you practice, you'll get good at, including BS.
To give you some context, there's been a lot of talk lately about Hollywood predators getting exposed, and many high-profile names popped up in some very disturbing stories. Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy got the ball rolling, and over the past couple of months, we've seen a number of disturbing allegations surfacing about people like Diddy, Tyler Perry, Clive Davis, and even some self-proclaimed men of God.
Verse number 21 through 23. There you will find my assignment for this morning. I will not be long because you know this story well, but I want to point to some significance out of this story and how we as Christians ought to approach this season.
Now, Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy definitely helped shine a light on the widespread depravity among powerful industry figures who use their positions to victimize others. However, people like Corey Feldman have been trying to warn us about this for years. In fact, Corey publicly said that the most burning issue in Hollywood is the crimes against the innocent.
I'm saying that there are people that were the people that did this to both me and Corey that are still working, they're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
And they are.
And they do not want me saying what I'm saying right now.
Are you saying that they're pedophiles?
Yes.
And that they're still in this business?
Yeah.
As much as I'm supposed to be promoting this movie and talking about my album, I just feel like we're in competition right now because they are trying to normalize the devil. They are trying to the devil is on the main stage at award shows and in every video and signs and symbols. And I said, you know what? We need to stop treating our relationship with Jesus like the little buddy that you talk to before you go to bed at night, and not be more vocal about all the things that God means to us and all of the things that God has brought us through. Because there's been a lot of moments that you didn't post about. But yet how did God decide to get me through this?
Yeah, man.
And they going above and beyond to promote the devil. And it's pissing me off. Because they used to devil worship.
The problem, however, is that every time someone tried to warn the public and raise the alarm about the dark side of Hollywood, they were silenced or labeled crazy. The same thing happened to Katt Williams. He's been repeatedly trying to get the point across that the entertainment industry is not divided between races or genders, and that the main division is between those who are on God's side and those working for the devil.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side, period.
For years, the media and so-called gatekeepers in the industry tried to paint Katt as crazy and push this narrative that he's a drug addict. My frustration with Katt Williams comes from you keep point at Hollywood. This, the white man. This, when do you take responsibility for your actions? You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped with you. Why was he a risk? He chose drugs. Oh, however, Katt refused to be silenced, and during his recent viral appearance on Shan On Sharp's Podcast Club, Katt sent a strong message to all the Hollywood deviants, as he called them, saying that 2024 will be a year of reckoning for all the predators in the industry.
My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen.
And now Denzel Washington has joined the chat, sending a strong message to young people who want to be part of the entertainment industry, warning them that Hollywood is full of powerful and extremely dangerous individuals who are preying on their innocence. Before Denzel joined Hollywood, he actually had a moment where he considered becoming a preacher. However, he ultimately decided against it because he didn't feel entirely ready for that kind of calling back then. So instead of going the preacher route, Denzel decided to let his actions on the big screen and the way he carries himself off screen do all the talking now. Here's the twist: Hollywood isn't exactly a walk in the park when it comes to keeping your integrity intact. Denzel quickly got onto the fact that the entertainment industry has this whole other side to it, a very dark one, and Denzel, being the open book that he is, didn't shy away from confessing that once he got caught up in the materialism of Hollywood and even had some encounters with what he calls spiritual mugging. But here's the kicker: despite the allure of materialism and those so-called spiritual muggings, Denzel's faith remained unshaken. So let's rewind to the year 2017 when Denzel appeared on the Hollywood Reporter's Oscars Directors Roundtable and opened up about the alleged hypocrisy running rampant in Hollywood. As the conversation delved into Denzel's priest days, the question of his worst job surfaced, and with an air of refreshing honesty, Denzel dismissed the notion that acting is more virtuous than other professions, just like, people say, the difficulty of making a movie. I'm like, send your son to Iraq, that's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like, relax. I don't play that precious nonsense. Oh, Mo, get out of here. Your son got shot in the face. That's difficult. Making a movie is a luxury. It's a gift, it's an opportunity, and most importantly, it's a gift. Obviously, everybody's here is talented enough to do that, but don't get it twisted. It's just a movie. It ain't that big a deal, but that wasn't the sole instance where Denzel threw shade at the Hollywood bigwigs for their double standards. In several other interviews, Denzel rejected the narrative of being painted as a victim by both Hollywood and the mainstream media here. The thing you got to remember when you talk about racial and you talk about discrimination, maybe what if he just wasn't good enough? See, it's so easy to just say, it's because of this, it's because of racism, or I didn't get the job because of that. Maybe you weren't good enough. Maybe like his wife says you were just too old. She says, why don't you just admit it? And Denzel didn't just stop at calling out Hollywood's double standards. He fearlessly wielded the power of no when it came to roles that he found demeaning. This refusal to conform not only showcased his unwavering principles, but also served as a spotlight on the hypocrisies in the heart of Hollywood. I got a part in a moment. In 1986, I called it They Couldn't Kill. Oh yeah, he was supposed to be the white one, and they tried to electrocute him, but it didn't work. They tried to hang him, and they tried to do all this stuff, and there were some Jewish people in the audition. And I said, yeah, they said no. It's funny, it's like they hang them and then they can't. I said, yeah, like you bring some Jewish people into a room and they think it's a shower, but it's gas. And they said, right. I said, right, that ain't funny. So to me, it wasn't funny about putting a rope around mine either. I made a point. The guy was like, what the hell is this little talking like this? Denzel's stance against taking on degrading roles was not a one-time occurrence, but rather a recurring theme throughout his career. By turning down such roles, he became a torchbearer for integrity in an industry often accused of compromising artistic values for the sake of overnight success. Denzel's refusal to be pigeonholed into demeaning characters